Hey folks, Coach Johnson back here again to make you happier, healthy, harder to kill. We are in the new studio. We are getting it set up, so we're not quite done, but we're getting closer. So today's video is going to be on a topic that is one of my pet peeves in the fitness world, and that is when somebody tells me, "Hey, I eat pretty healthy, but yet they're 60, 100, 120 pounds overweight." Now, let me delineate what I consider, let's keep the scope of this video very clear, and that is someone wants to eat healthy because they want to be at a healthy body composition. And I say that because some people consider eating healthy like eating, grass-fed, free-range, organic, no pesticides, and there's a valid argument for that too. But for the context of this video, I'm going to talk about eating healthy so that you can keep your body composition under control. You don't become obese, you don't become too lean, etc., etc. So there's a misconception, and I've covered this many times, that people think that the eating part of the equation, their nutrition, is just, almost a side effect, or it's a small part of what the program requires. And I've said many, many times, your nutritional intake, the food and the drinks that you consume, are like 85 to 90% of your results when it comes to managing your body composition. So although if you have the opportunity and the ability and the time to exercise at a high intensity for many, many hours a week, you can overcome a good number of relatively poor eating habits as far as your body composition. For most people, that simply isn't possible. They don't have the free time. They don't have the energy level. They don't have the ability to train 10, 12 hours a week at high intensity, maybe like a professional athlete would do. So that being said, the nutrition becomes a major part, the major part. And to me, it's self-evident. If somebody is overweight, they're not eating healthy. It's just that simple. The evidence suggests that is not true. And I oftentimes I'm torn on whether or not I want to get into a discussion of, like what I'm talking about here, how the nutrition plays a bigger role. Most people will say, "Oh yeah, I know that. But then why did you tell me you're eating healthy if you're overweight?" And they're like, "Well, I hurt my legs, or I've been inactive, or, I change hours of my job, so I sit around more." So then you're not eating healthy. Eating healthy means you're eating an appropriate amount of nutrition to, correspond with your level of activity. So if your level of activity drops, then correspondingly your intake of calories would also need to drop. This is one of the issues that professional athletes have when they go from doing like 2-a-days, training in the morning, training in the afternoon, where they might be able to burn off the extra calories, to all of a sudden they retire and then they blow up and they gain 150 pounds. And, while they might still be athletic people, they're now much fatter versions of themselves. So again, and this is one of those trigger things where people get really sensitive. And every time I say something like this, someone, gets all butthurt and unfriends me or whatever. That's totally okay. I just want you to understand that if you're going to tell me, or any trainer, that you eat pretty healthy, then you should look like you eat pretty healthy. If you are, let's say you're a guy and you're 5'9", 5'10", and you weigh 240 pounds, then you aren't eating healthy. Unless you are a shredded, jacked, chemically enhanced bodybuilder at that weight. Or you're a female and you're 5'4" and you weigh 185 pounds. You aren't eating healthy. That's just the bottom line. And that's okay, as long as you admit that and acknowledge it, then you can move forward and make progress. The challenge comes is when you've convinced yourself that you're eating pretty healthy, and you start making excuses like, "Well, I got older, my metabolism slows down, I got metabolic X syndrome," or what other excuses are out there? I couldn't work out, which is irrelevant, for the most part. So anyway, so I hope you guys understand what the point of this video is. If you look healthy, then you might not be overweight and still not be eating healthy. So it's, again, and the distinction I'm making in this particular video is that for body composition, the amount of body fat versus lean tissue you have, if you say you're eating healthy, then you should have a reflectively healthy BMI, or body mass index. Or more accurately, have a trainer do a body fat analysis, with the calipers or hydrostatic, or, I'm not a big fan of the what's the word I'm looking for? Not electrolytic. Anyway, the ones where you hold the handles or stand and it sends electrical, current through you and measures it, those are okay. They're like a super ballpark. They just aren't very accurate. Your hydration can massively change the results on that. So bottom line, if you don't look like you're eating healthy, then you're not eating healthy. All right, Coach Jay out. If you found value in this, give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. You get lots more free content. I hope you find it useful. We are on a quest to make you happier, healthier, and harder to kill.